Okay, so we're talking about limiting reactant at this time, and first of all, what is the limiting reactant? Limiting reactant is just figured we are trying to find out what substance we are using is going to be consumed first. So if I have a reaction to CH308 methanol plus oxygen gas making 2CO2 plus 4H2O. I already balanced my equation. Usually the problem will give you the equation, but you need to balance. So first look if your equation is balanced or not. And here I have 74.4 grams of CH3. It's combined with 95.8 grams of O2. So if I look at it, I have grams of methanol and grams of oxygen, but I don't know what one of these two substances will be consumed first. So I need to figure it out that because once one of them will be gone, the other one is still going to be some left over, and if I choose the wrong one, I mess up my calculation. So what I do to figure out the limiting reactant? First, I find the moles from each one of the substances. So 1 mole of methanol. So here in the bottom goes the molecular mass of methanol. I already calculated it's 32.04186 grams. But just a reminder how we calculated the molecular mass. I have 1 carbon, so I go for the molecular mass of the element in my periodic table, 4 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. I added them up and I ended up with that number. If I do that divided by that, I got a 2.32196 moles. But my calculation is not done yet. I need to divide it by 2, the coefficient that I have on here. If I do that, I ended up with 1.161 grams of methanol. Oh, moles. Now I do the same thing for oxygen. 95.8 grams of O2. Remember, we're talking about oxygen gas, so it's on oxygen gas, therefore it's 15.9994 times 2 because it's 2 on here. It is at 31.9988 grams of oxygen gas, and this gives me a 2.9938 moles of oxygen gas. But I'm not done yet. I still need to divide it by the coefficient, which is 3. When I do that, I found a 0.99 moles of oxygen gas. So now that I have, first I find the moles divided by the molar mass, and then I divide it by the coefficient number. In the case of oxygen gas is a 3. In the case of methanol is a 2. I look at these two numbers and I say what one is the smallest? It's this guy. Meaning oxygen gas is the limiting reactant. In other words, if I react 74.4 grams of CH3OH with 95.8 grams of O2, all 95.8 grams will be used, and some of this 74.5 will be left over. So I want to find the limiting reactant. In the case is the oxygen, because when I'm running my calculation, when I'm finding whatever the question gives me, I need to use that number, and that number gives me the right values, the right answer for my other calculations. So find the limit in reactant, just find the moles divided by the coefficient we have in our balanced equation.